Question 3. This is asking you to do some work with your fractions. So if we have a quick read through the question, it says that Idris comes from a very large family. He has relatives, all of whom live in Canada, Japan or Wales. 1/5 of his relatives live in Canada. 3/8 of his relatives live in Japan. All 34 of his relatives live in Wales. All 34 of his other relatives live in Wales, sorry. How many relatives does Idris have altogether? The first thing I'm going to do, and the first thing you should be doing to get a mark, would be doing 1/5 and 3/8. Now you can't actually add that fraction together because they have different denominators. And the way that you've been shown in school by Mr. Jones is doing that thing there to remind you what to do next. That means we're going to do 1 times 8 plus 3 times 5 all over, and then you times the bottoms together, 5 times 8. So that is going to give me 8 plus 15 all over 40, which is 23/40. Okay, now what this is the fraction of relatives that live outside Wales. Okay, so to work out how many fraction of relatives that live in Wales is, okay, so the best way of doing this, the proper way of doing it is saying it's 1 take away 23/40, but obviously you don't have a calculator. So you need to think, what do we add to 23 to make it go up to 40? So it would become 40 out of 40, and the answer is 17 out of 40. Okay, so 17/40 of relatives live in Wales, and we know that 34 of his relatives live in Wales. So we're looking for a link between 17/40 and 34. And hopefully you can spot that 17 goes into 34 twice. So that means I must double this one here. So 34 out of 80. So Idris has 80 relatives in total, because 34 out of 80 of them live in Wales, and then 34 out of 80 would cancel down to the 17 over 40, which we know is the fraction of relatives that he had left after what we'd added up the fractions beforehand that live in Canada and Japan. Okay, and can you come over and do your reflection here, please? Make sure you're marking where you are on this question and then telling us how you feel about it. Thank you.